And with that, I also want to say, because, I never let a good opportunity go without having to give the old two-finger salute. Nobody deserves the two-finger salute more than diaper douchebag Donald.
I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. I had the opportunity to speak with Michael Cohen, one of the key witnesses in the New York Attorney General's civil fraud case against Donald Trump, where the first 2 days of trial are now completed. A gag order was imposed on Donald Trump for threatening the judge's law clerk. Donald Trump has been attacking New York Attorney General Letitia James. Donald Trump has been attacking Judge Arthur Engoron. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans and his operatives have been attacking my co-host, Michael Cohen. And so I had an opportunity to speak with Michael Cohen about the trial, about his thoughts, about what has transpired so far. I want to show you this clip that you will be seeing exclusively here on the MeidasTouch Network. Take it away, Michael Cohen.
The crazy thing is they put up, and I'm talking about the Attorney General, the prosecutors, put up the videoed deposition of me from about 6 months ago, something that I had spoken to, on Political Beatdown when I received the summons in order, the non-party witness summons. This deposition is part of the death touch. It's the death penalty to the Trump organization and to Donald. You see, the problem is when they're asking Don Jr., Eric, Donald, Weisselberg, when they're asking any of these folks questions during these depositions, they don't want to give the answer. And the reason that they don't want to give the answer is because any answer that they give can put them in additional legal jeopardy, more so than what they may even potentially be in. It's exactly why Donald doesn't want or didn't want to appear for the deposition in the $500 million, frivolous lawsuit that he brought against me in the Southern District of Miami. And so he's now forced to sit this week at the courthouse, despite he wants to do 1,000 other things. The last place in the world he wants to be is in that courthouse, thinking he's going to stare down Judge Engoron, he's going to stare down Tish James, and it means anything. It's almost like, back in 4th grade or 5th grade, you have an argument and you're giving him mean looks the whole time. I mean, this guy is truly an absolute baby. They turn around and they tell him, you cannot, I guarantee you his lawyers turned around and said to him, you cannot say these things about the judge. You cannot say these things about the prosecutors. You cannot say these things about Attorney General Tish James. Certainly, they never expected that he was going to be saying or doing the things that he did against a law clerk. So now it's interesting to see what, if anything, these 3 lawyers are going to do in order to curb him, because the judge has issued a gag order. He is now prevented from doing this sort of bullshit again. And if he does, well, then again, it's now going to be up to Judge Engoron to decide what the penalty is going to be for that. Will it be a monetary penalty? I don't think Trump even cares. Why? Because he knows that Engoron's case that he is presiding over is the death penalty to the Trump Corporation. So what will be left? Who the hell knows? So does he care, I guess, whether or not that they hit him with additional penalties and fines? Well, he should, but maybe he doesn't, because he's just a man baby. And that's the problem here. He has no regard for the law. He has no regard for process. He has no regard for anyone. And you may remember yesterday, for a very brief second, Donald came out and he turned around and he said, at the end of the hearing today, all of a sudden, Engoron made a statement that validates his point that 80% of the case has been, well, that's not true. And the first thing Engoron did this morning, the very first thing he did is he corrected the record. And he said that what Donald said, and then what he brought out Cliff Robert right, who's no legal genius, I promise you that. He brought out Cliff Robert to turn around and to espouse the same lies and the same misinformation and disinformation as he was spewing. That the statement that Engoron made does not get rid of 80% of the claims. So Engoron felt it necessary in order to correct the record this morning. I came with the documentary evidence as well as the testimony that was corroborated by others. Today, as I was stating, Donald Bender from Meiselas invoked my name yet again, and I'm certain that the invocation of my name was to corroborate certain information that the Attorney General is putting forth in order to be successful in the outcome of this specific part of the case. And that, again, is for the damages, to show the liability's already been established, but to show damages. This is not a good position for Trump to be in. This deposition is very harmful to their position and to their legal point. The part of this that to me is confounding is the fact that they again were the ones that called me knowing the information that I had, and that's based on Donald's arrogance. It's the same arrogance that Donald Trump employs when he starts to go after the clerk of the judge. And now he has a gag order. Again, what the judge will do when he violates it. There's no question here. If, right, a normal person would turn around and say, all right, I won't do it again. Not Donald. You tell him you can't do this, especially using that 4-letter word, can't. That's, to him, it's a challenge. And the challenge is, how far can he push the line before which the judge actually has to act? And then he's going to try to make that into an issue, claiming that the judge is a Trump hater and that as a result, the judge should be recused. I mean, he's asked for every judge except for Eileen Cannon to be recused. They are all racists. They're all anti-Trumpers. They're all just left-wing Democrats. They're all radicals and they're rogue and they should all be disbarred. That's Donald Trump. And this is a real problem. We cannot operate as a country. We can't operate as a society when you have a former president of the United States whipping up and gaslighting the Department of Justice. And you all know this. I don't have a lot of love for the DOJ as an institution. I will turn around and say that the vast majority, the bulk of prosecutors and DOJ employees are really good people that want to do their job. The problem is the system is no good. The prosecutors, especially this entire Southern District of New York, they are out of control. Trump knows that, not against him, but like what he told them to do against me. So instead, what does he do? He projects and he makes the claims that everyone is against him. Joe Biden is against him. The entire Biden administration is against him. The Department of Justice under Biden is against him. Everybody's against him. He's the victim. Poor diaper Donald.
And there you have it, folks. Michael Cohen explaining that he is bringing receipts, that he is prepared, that he is going to show where the documents are. He's showing what really went down. I am glad that we have people like Michael Cohen and other witnesses who are providing accurate testimony about what went down. Hey, subscribe right here on the MeidasTouch Network. We're on our way to 2 million subscribers thanks to your support. And if you want to support the Political Beatdown Show, go to patreon.com/politicalbeatdown. Have a great day.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.